Brawlers, baby.
Countdown live. All right, we live. It's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. This is the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. I got my man from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, PA, my man Rashiem Super Sharp Sheen, Jefferson Jr. This was a up and coming, had a great amateur career, good pedigree in the amateurs, if you will. He's currently 3-0 with no knockouts as the pro, and his fourth fight is coming up February 6th at 2300 Arena under RDR Promotions. That's my man Rodney Rice, if you will. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the brother, my man Rashiem Jefferson Jr. How you doing, champ?
How you doing? I'm good.
So starting off, I know you had a great amateur background. Tell the fans a little bit about your background history, you know, what you've accomplished as an amateur prior to turning pro this past March.
I had about 115 fights. I won 100 plus. I was a 4-time national champion. I qualified for the Olympic trials as the youngest, and I was the youngest at the Olympic trials. I traveled overseas, got a bronze medal. So I did a lot of things. I won a Junior Olympics gold medal, the Eastern trials gold, qualifiers gold. I won a couple tournaments, and I won a couple tournaments that weren't nationals, but I'm a 4-time national champion.
Wow, those are some awesome. That's some awesome accolades and some successes that you've picked up and grabbed. Too bad those wasn't bags, huh?
Yeah.
But that puts you as one of the most sought out after elite, one of the top amateurs in the nation doing your time in the amateurs, correct?
Yeah.
So you had your pro debut, lucky you, March 7th of this year, of last year, which was a week prior to the country shutting down due to COVID-19. So you dodged the bullet on that, and I'm sure you're glad that happened to get that one out of the way.
I am. It's crazy. It's crazy because when I made my debut, that Monday I went to training camp at the Olympic Training Center, and we was there for a couple days, for maybe about a week, and we were supposed to be there for 3 weeks, but they sent us back home early.
Colorado Springs, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, man. So there's a lot of guys like yourself just graduated out of those amateurs, if you will. Their pro debuts were scheduled, but much later, like mid-March. And unfortunately, they didn't get to have those pro debuts till like, I want to say September-ish, maybe August. I know Top Rank, you was on Top Rank show, right?
Yeah.
I saw, you know, that was a good thing. Top Rank came back, did the bubble with MGM Grand, and they allowed a lot of brothers like yourself, a lot of fighters like yourself to showcase their talents and skill set on national television on ESPN to fill cards and make a show. So that was a blessing for you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Just coming out of the amateurs, you just had a pro debut in March, and then you fought on ESPN in like September. So that was a great thing that Bob Arum and them did.
Definitely. And I know some guys that signed with a promoter even before I even turned pro, and that just had their debut this month.
So yeah, man. It's just we're living in some crazy times right now. Unfortunately, 2020 is behind us. Hopefully 2021 gets cleaned up, and this vaccine can kind of help make things calm down and go away, and all this dying and everything could stop, and taking loved ones from family members, and let us get back to some kind of normalcy with our lives.
Yes, for sure.
So we going into February 6th, 2300 Arena. James Early, another kid out of the DMV area. He's out of Maryland, 5-6, 0 knockouts.
Yeah.
What do you know about this guy? Is it any worries, concerns, or you don't really pay attention to that? You just go in and do your business.
No, I definitely looked at his box rec. I looked at my opponent's box rec. I know, of course, I know he's 5-6. He never knocked no one out, but he never been knocked out before. So he's a guy that's supposed to take me the distance. I know that he beat an 11-0 fighter his last fight. He beat a 9-0 fighter the fight before his last. So he definitely got some good names on his record. and hopefully we could change that. He never been knocked out before.
Absolutely. So it's fair to say he's a tough customer,
Yeah,
and some of those 6 losses were probably tough losses for him. But
definitely.
at some point in those fights, he remained to stay in those fights, obviously, and he never got stopped, never been dropped. So, like you said, there's definitely a concern, and you never look past an opponent. I don't care how sharp your skill sets are. I don't care if you did 12 weeks in training camp. It doesn't matter. It's always that one punch that you don't see that can end your night.
For sure.
Definitely. You know? So now in the amateurs, and by the way, Rashiem fights at that 125 featherweight division, which is a very exciting weight, as is 130, as is 135. So in the amateurs, who uplifted you? Who was your inspiration in boxing? Who was your boxing hero that you wanted to maybe not emulate, but they gave you more motivation and drive to want to succeed in the sport of boxing?
My dad.
And your dad is Rashiem Jefferson Sr., 15-1-1, and unfortunately his career had to be cut short due to an injury. That's unfortunate, but both of you guys now get to carry this torch and take this trip together, this journey.
Definitely.
Who would you say, other than your pops, was like one of your idolized fighters, like Floyd Mayweather, anybody like that?
Pernell Whitaker.
Sweet Pea.
Yeah.
Good choice. Sweet Pea was a bad man.
Yes,
excellent boxer, puncher. Skill set was off the chart. His IQ was phenomenal. He had good ring savvy, good footwork in there, man. And there's no way you could tell me that Oscar De La Hoya beat him. The Golden Boy was the new face of boxing.
Yeah.
They took it from Sweet Pea, man. But everybody knows he put on a boxing clinic that night. But that's an awesome choice. And Sweet Pea is definitely one of my favorites, man. And he left here too soon, unfortunately. So explain to the fans a little bit about your southpaw.
Yeah.
Everybody hates fighting southpaws. They're so awkward to box. They're so awkward to fight for a conventional fighter. How would you gauge your skill set and the way you fight? Is there any one fight out there that you would say you're somewhat similar to style-wise, or do you have your own style? And if so, what type of fighter are you?
I feel like I have my own style. Of course, people compare me to other fighters. People compare me to Tevin Farmer. People compare me to Jerron Ennis. We grew up in the gym together. People compare me to Shakur Stevenson. So there's a lot of guys. Some people compare me to Sweet Pea. Some people compare me to Prince Nassim Ahmed. So it's a lot of guys that people compare me to, but I feel like I have my own style, and the type of fighter I am is not even no certain type of style. I feel like it's whatever type of fight we gotta have, then that's the type of fight I can do. I can fight you on the inside, and I can fight you on the outside. I could box you real good, and I could bang you up real good. So I would say I'm a versatile fighter.
Yeah, and I know you threw my man Boots in there, Jerron Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite guys. I'm watching in that 147-pound weight class division that need to come on and get his just due and get his title shot, because I feel like people be like, well, he ain't getting ducked and dodged. It ain't his turn. The man 24-0, it's his turn. You know what I mean? And Bud and Spence and those guys, Boots belongs right there with him. So hey, let him have his shot. And hey, let him see what he can do. Because if you want to be the best, eventually you're gonna have to fight him as a mandatory.
Yeah.
Duck him now, fight me now, fight me later. And you're gonna fight me sooner than later if I become a mandatory on your radar.
Yeah. And he definitely high in the ranks too, so it ain't gonna be too long.
Yeah. And his last fight was unfortunate with that hit, but crazy. I know he didn't want to go out but that's boxing. That just go to show people anything can happen in boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing is a dangerous sport. This is no joke, man. Fighters risk their lives. You guys are putting it on the line each and every fight you go out there. You may not come out of that ring alive.
For sure.
It's just unfortunate. You know what I mean? 125-pound weight class division. Who would you say? Oh man, what happened? Stand by. Stand by. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Sorry about that to all my viewers out there. Who would you say at 125 pounds is your favorite fighter right now? If you had to compete, who would you want to fight in that 125 pounds?
At 126, who would I want to fight or who is my favorite?
Who would you want to fight and who currently is your favorite?
All right, so they're going to be two different people. So who would I want to fight would be like either Emmanuel Navarrete or Josh Warrington, the world champions, or any other top guys. But my favorite 126 pounder besides myself is Raymond Ford, my brother. Yeah, he one of my he my stablemate. We train together, so of course.
Okay, all right. Now, what do you like, Mr. Gary Russell Jr.?
Yeah, I like him. Him, but I feel like I don't think he should be in the conversation with us anymore. He one of the older guys, more seasoned. He's a veteran, so I feel like maybe he is on his way out. I don't want to say he is, but I think so.
and say, step out of the way, step aside, and let these young guns, these new prospects, up and coming future world champions, come on in like yourself and Teofimo. You got to praise Tio for calling out Loma, and then kept his word on everything he said he would do. Yep. And he did it in good fashion. He made it look really, really easy.
Definitely.
You got Ryan Garcia, he's up and coming. He's a hot head. He got a real big ego, but I love it. I like when you young guys say, hey, how back in the old school, they feel like, you ain't paid your dues, young kid. You got to pay your dues. You ain't put enough fights in yet. These guys now, they trust and believe in their trainers. They trust and believe in their skill set, their training camps. And they feel like, hey, I'm ready. I know you're going to say I'm cocky. I'm reaching too soon. It's not time. Maybe this is just how the new era is responding to where they want to be in their weight classes right now. You know what I mean?
Yep, definitely. And I feel like he did the right thing. And I feel like that's the reason that Gary Russell, he's trying to get the bigger fights. I feel like he's trying to get a huge money fight just so he could be able to just call it quits.
That's
I feel like right now he feel like he didn't make enough money yet. Or get his big money fight. I won't say he didn't make enough money, or get his big money fight. And it's guys, young guys like myself, who don't want to be fighting at the age of 40 and 45 and things like that. I want to be able to still enjoy my life as a young guy. So I'm here to do what I got to do and get out as quick as I can.
Absolutely. You want to still have all your faculties and your marbles and your joints and your legs and everything is good. You're gonna have those small children one day. You're gonna have to chase them around and play and do all the daddy fun stuff.
Definitely.
And you want to be able to do that. So at least you got your head on right, and you know exactly what you want to do and what age gap you want to be at when it's time to walk away and do it, and financially have you and your family set up to be able to do that and enjoy one another.
Yep.
Time comes, you know what I mean? So what's your plans now? We're going into your fourth pro fight, February 6th. Where would you like to take this career of yours? Where are you headed right now in the bigger picture for the long haul as a professional now? Because that transition from amateur to pros now, bye amateurs. You're in the big leagues now. Definitely. So now it's time for you to think the business side of boxing, not just wrapping the hands up, going to camp, putting the gloves on, and taking care of business in the square. You need to learn the business and all that comes with it. So where does Rashiem Jefferson Jr. want to go in the sport of boxing at 125?
Of course, I want to. This year, we're just gonna take it fight by fight, and we just gonna step up. We stepping up in the rounds this fight. This is gonna be a 6-rounder. We stepping up in the competition. We want to step up in the competition this year, and hopefully by the end of the year we could be in the contender talks in the top 10 ranks, and hopefully we get a belt next year. And then we just go on and on and on. Hopefully I'll be able to move up, then move up again, then move up again. I just want to be a world champion and hopefully unify every weight that I go to. And then by the time it's time for me to be done, hopefully I can promote and manage some young fighters coming up.
What would you say your ideal weight is going to be gradually as your career advances? 135-ish at the max, But how heavy do you think you can really go?
I think I'll get to like 140 max.
140.
If I get to 140. Some people saying I will be like Boots tell me I'm gonna be a 47 pounder or maybe a 54. I don't think I'm gonna get that big.
How tall are you? 5'10"?
5'11".
5'11". I can see why Boots said 147.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be all legs and muscle.
Yeah.
All you just need to do is eat just to tip the scale. But for the height, you'll carry that 47, but won't really look it,
Yeah.
Muscle mass will show, but for the most part, yeah, I can see that. That makes a lot of sense with what Boots shared with you. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
For
see
me,
that.
I think I'll probably get to 40.
So, and that's a good weight at 140. Now let's talk a little bit about these other cats, man. Let's talk about what did you think of Tank's performance in knocking out Santa Cruz, and then tell me a little bit about what you think about the take on Ryan Garcia's big victory that body shot the Cool Hand Luke.
I feel like Javante did what he was supposed to do. He didn't even, the guy is 2 weight classes smaller than him.
He's really a bantamweight.
Exactly. Javante is a 35 pounder. So I don't think they should have ever been in the ring together. But
I said the same thing, bro.
But
I said that is not a legitimate fight to be bragging about winning because the dude is really a bantamweight.
Facts. And he did what he had to do because he got in there and Santa Cruz did sign that contract. So he got in there, he did what he was supposed to do. Me, I thought before the knockout, Tank was I thought he was down on the cards.
Thank you. And now here's my thing. Had Santa Cruz been 130, 135,
maybe it would have went a whole different way. Yeah.
And Tank struggled and probably killed himself to make weight at 130 for the first time because Floyd was in camp with him to make sure of it this time.
Yeah.
At 7, 8, 9th rounds, if Santa Cruz was 130, 135, where would Tank have been shape-wise?
Yeah,
exactly. Leo held his own up until he got caught in trying to brawl with him.
Yeah, he started doing too many things that he didn't have to do.
Just kept on his jab. He kept him at bay. Keep touching him with the jab. He had good success with the right hand, and he should have just continued to box.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Good analogy. Me and you was on the same page on that one, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, Ryan Garcia.
Me, I wasn't a fan of Ryan Garcia at all. I thought that if he get to that top level, that he wouldn't be what he said he was. And he definitely proved me wrong. And me, I'm a type of fighter that give respect when it's due. He showed that he was the man. He showed that he was a monster. He took a shot, went down, got up, and even when he got up, he still walked right to Luke Campbell. The competition was saying, he needed to stay back a little bit. He being too aggressive. And people saying that Luke Campbell let him live. No, Ryan Garcia made him let him live. Because had Ryan Garcia would have been trying to stay away from Luke Campbell and move around, maybe Luke would have went and got him.
Call him again.
Exactly. But Ryan Garcia got up and forced Luke Campbell to stay back. So he was scared, like, wait, maybe he not hurt. Maybe it just was a flash knockdown. And after that, Ryan Garcia took over the fight and showed what a true champion does.
With heart, and he maintained his composure. He showed good poise. 22-year-old kid to get dropped in a big fight like that, and everybody's watching because of all this shit you talk.
Yeah.
And he didn't flinch.
Yeah.
He got right up like he was the seasoned world champ.
Facts. He lived up to everything he said.
And he walked him down and kept letting his hands go, and he put that knockdown behind him.
Facts.
And it's best that it happened this early in his career to test his character as well, who he really is in this square with these boxing gloves on.
Mm-hmm. And now we know what he's going to do if he ever do get knocked down.
Will he stand the test? Is it too soon to call Tank out like he did Cool Hand Luke?
Nah. If he listen, we in the sport to do what we got to do. You're in the sport. What you waiting for? Exactly.
And that's how I feel. Even though, they're saying him and Tank have come to some agreement that this fight is going to happen. Well, we all know it is not left up to them. They got handlers and promoters. When I tell you guys you're going to fight, that's when you're going to fight. So don't get the fans all riled up talking about you may have agreed to fight, but on the business side, all the business folks involved have not agreed to this fight.
Yeah.
The WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, already said that Ryan Garcia is Devin Haney's mandatory next fight.
Exactly. Yeah.
How does he fare against Haney?
Him and Haney, I feel like it's gonna be a great fight because they fought each other
Ooh.
a lot in the amateurs. So
Yeah.
they already know each other. So I feel like that fight gonna be like one of the biggest fights in boxing.
That's gonna be the biggest fight one of the biggest fights in 2021.
Definitely.
And we got a boxer puncher here in Ryan Garcia. Mm-hmm. We got a slick Devin Haney boxer. Don't know how much punching power. He's not a big puncher anyway.
No.
So this fight is gonna be a pick'em. Somebody's gonna, whoever gets caught.
Yeah.
Of course, that's gonna dictate your winner.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's gonna be a great fight though.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. That's gonna be. And now we got Virgil Ortiz. They set to fight him. He's getting ready to fight Maurice Hooker. The 26th of March in Dallas. Virgil Ortiz is another favorite of mine.
Yeah, I think Virgil might get him.
I do too. I think Virgil gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
You know, and no disrespect. That's just in my opinion, and everybody's got one. So other than that, yeah, I just wanted to touch that with you. And as far as let's touch on the heavyweights real quick before I let you get out of here. As far as doesn't look like we're gonna see a Wilder trilogy with Fury no time soon. Joshua, Tyson Fury. Who do you like? Other two fighters, who wins?
I like Fury. I feel like Fury is the best heavyweight in the world
right now in the division.
Yeah, definitely. So I like Fury in that fight.
I'm kind of leaning towards Fury in that fight as well. Just and not only that, Fury fascinates me to be as big as he is and as mobile and agile as he is.
Yeah.
And can box going backwards. The only heavyweight I know did that well was Muhammad Ali. Could box going backwards and still shooting his punches. Fury's got mad skills. People,
definitely
don't really give him his just due, but he got mad skills, man.
Yeah, I don't know why people. I feel like
probably because he's a Brit. He's not an American heavyweight.
Yeah, I feel like today people don't respect real boxing. All they like is power. That's why Deontay Wilder got as big as he did. No disrespect to him, he did what he had to do. But if you really know what you're doing, you know there's no skill there. It's just all power. And you see how many people respect Wilder and how many people don't respect Fury. So it's a lot of people that don't respect pure boxing no more.
And that's unfortunate because the torches have changed so much between the Ali and the Ray Leonards and the Haglers, Tommy Hearn era, Roberto Duran, all those guys. Wasn't no ducking and dodging.
Yeah, at all.
Wasn't all of this. I'll aid you out. Kind of like I feel like they trying to do with Bud and Spence.
Oh yeah.
That's a great fight, but I feel like Spence's team might try to age Bud out. He's what, 33? Bud's 33. Let's age him out till he's 35, 36, and then fight him. Of course, he's going to
then they saying
36.
Yeah, then they saying 70-30 and things like that. I don't feel like that's a fair person.
Nah, because Bud has accomplished just probably more than Spence because he's gone up at 35 unification, 140 unification, 147 WBO world champ. Come on, don't disrespect him.
Yeah,
if it ain't gonna be a 50-50, at least make it a 60-40.
60-40, yeah.
And then my thing to Bud, if Bud watches this, Bud, take that 40%, show him who the man is, beat him, and then write your own paycheck in the rematch and say, hey, we're gonna flip the script now.
Yeah, definitely.
60-40 now. I get 60, you get 40, and that's fair.
Yeah. 1000% agreed.
So fair is fair. I understand it's a business, but hey, let's not get carried away and super disrespect a man like he hasn't done nothing in boxing.
Exactly.
He obviously done something. This is the fight the fans are asking to see.
Yeah.
Even at 40%. I mean, even if Spence takes 60, bro, y'all gonna split so much more on the back end of pay-per-view.
Definitely.
That's gonna be a $2 million. 2 million homes purchased at least. It may go over and break a record.
Yeah, it might break a record. That'd be a crazy fight. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. So well, It is what it is. It was a pleasure speaking with you tonight. I just wanted the fans to see, because this is what we do at Brawler Sports Media. I don't just interview all the elite guys already on that platform wearing straps. I love talking to you young cats coming up, the prospects.
Yeah.
Y'all the future of boxing. And Teofimo and Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney and all them young guys, they showing us. You know that y'all coming. So it's time to make room for all you young and up and coming prospects to show us what the new talent in boxing has to offer.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you coming on and speaking with me, and we got to check out your boxing IQ and talk about some fights. So you obviously know what you're talking about, champ.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you for bringing me on, man.
Hey, before we go, tell the fans how they can keep track of you and follow you on your social media platforms as well.
You can follow me on Instagram. That's the only app I use for team_Shiem, SHIEM on Instagram, and that's it.
Okay, there you go. Follow this brother. Hey, he up and coming. City of brotherly love. He from Philly. You know all them cats bring it. They leave it right there in the ring. If you ever watch anybody from Philadelphia fight, you automatically know that this dude can scrap and he can fight. He can brawl. He gonna bring it home.
Yep. See y'all February 6th, man.
February 6th at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. RDR Promotions. My man Rodney Rice is on his thing. He's doing it again. He put on some great shows, so you guys definitely don't want to miss out. If you're in that Philadelphia area, get your tickets now. You got plenty of time. And hey, go out there and support, not just support RDR Promotions, but go support these young up and coming guns, these tigers, these lions we got, and show them some respect, baby.
For sure.
Hey man, thanks for coming on. It's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. My associates at 3kingsboxing.com, Studio 9. Much love. Good luck to you on February 6th. I got a kid going to be on that card fighting with you as well. Big shout out to my man Michael Stout at 118 pounds out of Long Island, New York.
Yeah.
Stop by his dressing room. Tell him what's up.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, brother. Hey, have a blessed night. All the boxing fans out there, let's go, champs.
Brawlers, baby.